It's gonna be fun. Welcome to Master the Game. My overlay is not working, so I'm gonna spend the next minute fixing that while everyone introduces their characters. Starting
overlay looks fine to me. I don't know what you're talking
about. Not for me. I don't know what's going on over here.
Looks good coming out of here.
What in the world? Why did it resize everything? That is so weird.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a thing.
That looks right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
it's really
yeah,
weird.
it seems questionable.
It is questionable, so I'm gonna fix it. But we'll start with Tom, since I'm screwing with his window first.
All right. Hi, I'm Tom TP Grant, and I am playing Marcus Caldus, a Falarian nobleman who has joined the Grey Wardens for all of the idealistic reasons and is trying to live with honor and integrity and all. And it's going to end terribly. It's going to end awfully. And yeah, I'm playing an honorable warrior, and yeah, that's about it.
So when do you not play an honorable warrior?
Honestly, most of the time.
On other channels.
Well,
it's his MO. Don't hate on it.
So much fun. Renmore was so much fun. And this was kind of like you gave me the pitch on like what we were doing here. I'm like, this is my chance to be like just a Jedi Padawan. So like, let's do it.
I love it. I'm just heckling. Yes, yeah. I have an MO too, and it is 100%. It's usually fighters. It's my go-to. So I do not fault you for that. With that, let's go over to Peter. Let him introduce himself and his character. You can plug his YouTube channel.
All right. So yeah, my character, I'm playing B. Drake. I'm playing Octavius. And to follow along with that Padawan analogy, I'm like Barclay on Star Trek. So just like him. So I assume I will probably be the leader by the end of the stream. That will probably happen. So I'll be in charge. That's my character arc, and that's what's going to go on.
I believe it. I totally buy in. With that, let's go on over to Paula. I have no idea what's going on here.
Yeah, this is questionable. So I am Paula. I am playing Delphine, who is a Tevinter mage, who is really eccentric per my MO. So, you know, I don't know.
Interesting. And then last but not least, we'll go with Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
Hi, everyone. I'm Josh. And I am playing Phalos, the casual city elf. And, what else can I say about me? I'm kind of a dick.
No, you're not.
In real life, not the character.
Oh, okay.
And,
kind of. It's all the way.
It's obvious. And I've just been enjoying myself stabbing people with my little pokey stick.
Very nice, very nice. What in the world is going on? Come on, guys. Come on.
And if we get lucky, we'll finally get that sponsorship we've been dying for so long.
Right, that's the idea. Sponsor us. I can't get Josh's window to work, no matter what I do.
That's okay. No one will know the difference.
Yeah.
And did that work? That might have worked. That might have worked.
I'm seeing
chat.
There we go.
I keep seeing the chat pop up.
I'm like, what is going on here? It's not working. Okay.
You fixed it.
We'll fix it in post. It's fine.
There's so many technical difficulties, and it's been like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
the chat just keeps like popping up. It's not up. It's up. Should we go to like a 5-minute technical break? Now the whole thing went black.
That's an improvement.
It's all good. We got it.
Now it's just the Zoom window.
Can you see it all? We all good?
I mean, it's just the Zoom window.
On YouTube. That's why you guys are behind by a minute.
Yeah.
I think I got it though. I think I fixed it.
Yeah, that looks right.
I don't know. We'll take your word for it, because
perfect.
Is it perfect?
Hey, there we go.
Okay, now it looks good.
I'm the thick box.
I told you we'd figure it out eventually. It just takes some time, you know. This is why nobody ever wants to host this stuff. They're all like, screw that technical crap. But yeah, I figured it out. It's because I accidentally kept going Zoom chat instead of Zoom meeting. But I got it. We're good. Okay. Who wants to do a recap of what happened last time? Or maybe all of you want to collaboratively discuss it.
Well, the only important thing is that now we have a dog.
That's true. We got Tom's dog.
Yep.
Player with an eye left us.
What's that?
I believe
Claire,
I
that's right.
I killed some cool stuff. And Octavius ran away.
No, he was watching our backs to make sure we were
Exactly.
safe from behind.
There were some
yeah.
ruins.
Mhm.
I believe that a town looked like an abandoned town, and we, much to Octavius's objections, went in. And I think they ended up killing some spiders.
Yes, and finding a backpack and a
yes.
sword.
Yes,
Because there
but
was
a note-
treasure in there.
Yeah, but a note was left for the occupant, which is obviously their stuff. So
That's right.
it's not stealing.
Yes.
We're borrowing it. We're going to return it, of course.
We definitely left a detailed note.
Yes.
Octavius did. Or no, Octavius wanted you to. You said you did when you didn't.
Yeah.
He double checked you.
It's fine. We got it all figured out.
So I do want to say, Green Ronin's Dragon Age game is very simple, very nice. You literally only need 3 dice, one of a different color. If you roll doubles on any dice, the 1d6 that is the different color is how many stunt points you get. When you get stunt points, you can go over to, depending on the situation, you have a chart. It has combat stunts. You can spend all the points to do different things. There's spell stunts. There's exploration stunts. And they call them role-playing stunts, but I hate that. I want to call them social stunts. So that's what you got going on there. And then, yeah. And then all the rules you really need to know to play this game are on one sheet here. You can get all these little charts with the DM screen. It's awesome. The same rules for Fantasy Age or Modern Age, if you guys are interested in playing those. Blue Rose uses the same system as well, which next month we will be starting on April 17th, the session 0. We will have 3 game sessions after that, played every 4 weeks, with one of the developers, Joseph Carricker, who works over at Green Ronin. We also will be playing with a couple other people I know, and I'm pretty excited about playing that. So if you like this system and how it plays, you can always come back next month and check that out. So hit subscribe. So with that, yes, you guys had fought spiders and stuff outside, made your way into the caves. Or not the caves, I'm sorry, the Deep Roads. The Deep Roads is an old underground system of dwarven roads that were made in caverns that were connecting dwarven cities underground. It was a safer route for trade hundreds of years ago. Since then, many cities have fallen and become ruins in the Deep Roads. The main city that everybody knows of that's still going strong is Orzammar. There's a couple other dwarven cities that are no longer in contact with Orzammar, and dwarves tend to be rejected by the underground dwarves if they ever become surface dwarves. So there's no way for them to communicate with other dwarven cities underground because the Deep Roads have been overrun with darkspawn for so many centuries. But with that, you guys were Grey Warden Initiates looking for a Grey Warden outpost to get the supplies you needed to perform the ritual called the Joining to become full-fledged Grey Wardens. You had made your way down here and you had stumbled upon what could only be perceived as apostates who were camping out down here. You took care of them relatively easily, and you saw that they had a Babari Warhound that was tied up as well. And that was where we left off. You guys were tending to the Babari Warhound. So, what would you guys like to do?
Forgot about the dog.
That's
Name it Dr. Borkins.
Doesn't seem to have a name.
Where's Were there passageways in and out of here?
Yeah, so you guys had come in and it kind of had like a cliff off to the side where the ground had collapsed. And you kind of were going along the ledge, and there was a passageway off of it, like a cave in this cavern area that went off, and that was where you saw the tent. You saw the flickering fire from their camp that was coming out of that little passageway. There were 2 tents. The Warhound was behind them, and it's a dead end though right there.
And if I'm not mistaken, one of the tents burnt down in a fire accident.
I believe so. Yeah, somebody set it afire.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, what's in the other tent?
So you make your way over there, Phalos. When you open it, you see what looks like a single bedroll, a backpack that seems to have a scroll case on the outside.
Okay. I'll examine the backpack and see if I can find a note or any information about who these people were exactly and what they were doing here.
Mm-hmm. Looking through the pack, all you find is extra clothes, some rations, and water. It doesn't seem like there's anything valuable. There's a couple. I think I gave you guys the gold last session.
Yes.
So there's no gold in the bag. Just food, a few days rations, a few days worth of water, a couple water skins in there. In the scroll case, it looks like a map that is very old of the deep roads, but it looks outdated because it doesn't have this alcove. The collapsed floor outside isn't reflected in this map. However, you do see on this map, it does mention the ruins that you guys have came through and everything.
Does it seem to mention a Grey Warden's outpost anywhere in here?
It does.
Well, guys, I think I know where we're going.
How far away is it?
So looking at the map, it looks like it's a few hours travel. It's almost a straight shot, actually. It looks really easy to get there.
Does the map denote anything threatening between us and there?
It does not.
Here be dragons or gnolls or something?
No.
Okay.
It does go further beyond that. It does make mention of Paragon statues, which the dwarves have what they call paragons. It's kind of like their iconic heroes. And they really look up to like certain dwarves who have done great deeds, and they immortalize them with statues and things like that. And they're praised if they're still alive and things like that.
Well, I don't trust the path much, but we have a mission, so we should get to it.
There was also a scroll case in there. I'm not all that familiar with magical things. If someone would like to take a look inside.
The scroll case had the map in it.
Oh, it had the map. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there were no spells.
Never mind, I'm talking out of my ass.
Well,
that's a skill. It's like a ventriloquist dummy.
Is this hound? Was it? I can't remember. Was it like tied up?
Yes.
Or okay, so does it have like a leash?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is odd because typically you would know Babari Warhounds are very well disciplined. They don't stray too far from people typically that they are connected to. They're very protective. And again, they're very well trained. They might be put in a pen at times, but very rarely would they be tied up.
And you said the doggo was friendly towards us?
Yeah, it seemed friendly.
Okay.
Didn't attack you.
So if I, let's say, untie the dog, does it seem like it's going to bolt?
Are you trying
like
to
if
untie
I hold
it by its neck or untie it by the stake?
Like untie it by its neck. If I like hold its collar and untie it, does it? I mean, does like it go running or?
Do me a favor. Give me a. Just a sec. Don't fall. Don't fall. Give me a cunning or a communication roll, whichever one you prefer, as you go to untie it.
Okay, well, it's gonna be cunning, but can you just refresh my memory on how I roll? Do I just
if you have
roll
so your modifier
3d6?
is the number for that skill. You roll all 3d6 every time you're doing a skill roll. If you roll any doubles, the 1d6 that's a different color or that you've denoted as your stunt die is the one that you get the stunt points for.
Okay. So I got a 19.
That is gonna succeed. That is a
and
really high number.
I also have 3 stunt points.
Okay, so I don't think you're gonna need them necessarily, but under role-playing stunts, you could do something there, or maybe even exploration stunts, considering you guys are going to be traveling again here in a second. Whatever you would feel like doing. I'll give you time to look at that, but the dog, when you untie it, it sits right there and it's just looking at you. It's not trying to bolt at all.
Is anyone good with animals? It could come in handy. Perhaps give us some warning if there's something nasty on the road.
I mean, I had a dog growing up, but if that's what you mean.
Can you get anything out of it? I never handled animals myself. To like extend my hand towards it to see if I can get it to like
it sniffs you.
Yeah, can I pet
it like starts wiggling its nose in your hand, thinking like maybe you have food. You know, like how sometimes dogs will start sniffing and lick the palm of your hand real quick.
Mm-hmm. Seems friendly enough.
No, this is a war dog, correct?
Yeah, it's a Babari War Dog.
I feel
it
like
looks like a pit bull, like that kind of.
Okay.
But larger.
It's got like tribal tattoos almost. Yes, they're very big dogs. They're very stocky. They're tall. They're big.
I do have an extra short sword. I wonder if it's proficient in them.
I somewhat doubt
No,
that.
but it's proficient in biting.
I mean, I feel like if we just leave and see if it'll follow us if we call it.
Well, we do have extra
Right.
rations from that bag if we want to feed it.
We need to know its name. We don't even know its name.
Should someone ask it?
Does it have anything written on its collar?
There's no actual. It was literally just a rope kind of tied around his neck and tightened a little bit.
This is all tangential to our actual mission. We should stay on task.
Yes. Okay,
Dog.
well, we'll come up with a name along the way, Octavius.
As long as the dog knows.
They always know their own name.
Woof, woof! And it like turns around.
Oh, Mr. Barkington's of the Hamilton Barkingtons, of course. That's not his name.
Woof!
All right, as we start to walk away, I'll just kind of snap my fingers a couple times and see if the dog
Yeah, he
follows
follows
us or not.
He follows. Nudges you in the hip with his nose. And he starts following. Who wants to control the dog?
I can control the dog.
Okay. Write these things down real quick.
X'd it out.
Health is 25. Defense 13. Yeah, get another sticky note going. Defense 13.
Oh, I thought we were talking about literally like our character handling the dog, because I don't know what stat that would be, but I'm pretty sure I'd be terrible.
Health is 25.
Yep, defense is 13. It can bite with a +5 on the attack roll.
Ooh.
The damage is 1d6 plus 4. His favored stunts will be knock prone and mighty blow. And then for his actual abilities, don't worry about that.
It's just attacks.
Well, okay, here, I'll give it to you. 0
It's fine.
I'll give you the numbers. 0, 2, -1, 3, -1, 2, 2, and 1.
Got it.
Okay, cool. All right. So with that, you guys start walking back on the path, really close to the edge. Who's using light sources?
I can.
Okay. So obviously the road has collapsed on the side. You're still hugging the side where you could walk side by side, but it's probably not advised. And you would know because it just seems very sketchy with how some of the rocks crumble off the side every now and then. And after you're walking for a little bit, you get to the end of where the road is collapsed, and the road continues as a full road again. You walk by multiple carving, like statues carved into the walls of just generic looking dwarves. There doesn't look like they're anybody in particular. It's like repeated statues almost, just to let you know the dwarves built these roads, right? And you come up to a spot where, again, the wall looks like it's crumbled out of the side on the left. You're about 40 feet away from it. What would you like to do? You can go straight and stay on the road, or you can go where the wall is crumbled into the side over there.
And I slowly and carefully approach the wall and glance inside.
Yeah, you can. Give me a stealth.
Why'd you make me do this?
Because I'm awesome.
I had a feeling. No doubles this time.
Does everybody stay back, or what do they do?
Oh yeah.
Octavius is like, yeah, I'll stay here.
Insight check.
That's what he does.
If there's a check mark on the thing, what's that mean again?
Nothing. Don't worry about
Nothing.
that.
Okay, I didn't think so.
It just for creating characters, it just lets you know that's like your primary stats.
Okay. 15 for stealthiness.
Okay. So you start working your way up to this spot. You think you're pretty quiet. Everybody else seems to think you're pretty quiet. You're kind of hugging along the wall, sliding along it. You go around a statue, and you peer in. Do you have a light source?
No.
Okay. You are unable to make out what is in there.
Do I see any type of movement or anything in there?
It is pitch black.
Pitch black. I had a bad feeling that was the answer.
In fact, all the light you see is coming from behind you, where your friends are.
They're not my friends.
You have low light vision, don't you?
I don't think that exists in this game.
I think there's some kind of vision. You don't automatically get it for being a race. That's one of the things about this game. You don't automatically get a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean?
You don't get anything for free.
Yeah, when you make like a race, you roll for one of the 10 traits of, say, an elf or a dwarf.
Yeah.
Which I actually like the variants, to be honest.
Yep. I think so, as a city elf.
Yeah, I don't think... You're a city elf, you said?
Yep.
I'm just curious.
I'm a New York elf.
You're a New York elf. Yeah, it doesn't look like you get an automatic anything like that.
Yeah. Yep. That's fine.
There are some things they get automatically, like a language or whatever, but yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, you can't see anything in there. You're sitting there for a second trying to listen. Listening in there, you don't actually hear anything really. It's eerily quiet.
Too quiet?
Yeah, too quiet. No, it's quiet. There's no noise coming from in there.
I'll sulk on back.
Okay.
When Phalos reappears with no trouble, I feel like Marcus would just be like, and like take some of the new silver that we just got and hand it over to Octavius. Like, all right, you're right. He didn't step in it again.
Boom.
What did you find?
Too dark to see anything, and it's very quiet. Couldn't hear anything either.
Have you thought about taking the dog over to see if it could smell anything?
Don't know if the dog would listen to me as much as its master.
I mean, I think that the dog would probably just bark if it smelled something. So maybe we don't want it to do that. I don't know.
The light source will announce our presence either way.
Yes. What do you think, Lieutenant Commander Wolf? He thinks it's clear.
Clearly. All clear. Let's proceed.
He looks over at you when you say all clear.
Engage.
Oof. When you say engage, he moves forward in front of you. So I'm gonna read something about a war dog. You guys would know this anyway. Many breeds of guard and hunting dogs can be found in Thedas. The general set of statistics presented here can represent most of these. But of all the dog breeds that the Ferelden have produced, none are so highly regarded or so widely famed as the Babari. Justly renowned, the Babari are intelligent warhounds, fully capable of understanding speech and interpreting complex commands. The bulk of Babari will bond with a single warrior whom they will fight beside and follow until death takes them. For there are many stories of Babari avenging a fallen master before lying down beside their corpse to join them. Babari are huge mastiffs with a touch of wolf blood that stand as tall as a dwarf and just as wide. Their masters, or partners, as many of those paired with Babari prefer, will often choose a distinct style of war paint to mark them with, so that they can better pick them out from other Babari at a distance in the midst of a combat. I'm not going to go any further, but you kind of get the gist.
So it's a mastiff of puppets.
What the hell was wrong with the guy that had this one before? I mean, dog clearly didn't care about him at all.
Woof!
Maybe those people stole him or something.
Must have.
When you say that, he starts panting. Woof! Woof!
That's a good dog.
He was stolen.
Let's
Poor guy. He just probably wants to go home.
I hope his master didn't fall down a well or something.
Woof! Woof! And he starts rubbing up against Delphine.
Jean-Luc Picard has fallen down a well.
Okay, well, so do we want me to take? I can take the dog up. I can go up there with the dog.
Woof! Woof!
Okay, I'll just sneak up there with the dog.
I'll come with, just in case you need. Well, looking at the dog, you probably won't need that much help, but if something rushes out,
That's fair.
Are you using a light source?
I will hood the light source with my cloak as we get close.
Okay.
I'm going to turn around and make sure nothing's blocking our exit.
I'm blocking the exit.
What would Octavius like to do about Phalos blocking the exit?
I step to one side.
The exit is no longer blocked.
So this opening is about 8 feet wide. It looks like it's crumbled in, or not in, but away from the road into this cavern area. And as you get up there, you can see a little bit, even with the light source hooded. And it looks like whatever was on the other side of this kind of tunnels and curves down and around like a bend with a slight slope down.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the dog, and I'm gonna say, "Is there anyone down there?"
Woof. And he's like looking intently down there, and like all the muscles tense up.
I think there's somebody down there.
Well,
should we go down there?
Go, is it not?
Woof.
We have nothing to lose.
A very quiet.
Oh, we got a lot to lose.
Bark.
Yes, we could all die.
The dog looks at Octavius.
Dog's gonna end up being the most dynamic character we have.
Lieutenant Commander Wolf, if we encounter anything there, engage attack pattern Delta.
It like tilts its head at you, like what?
All right. Well, if somebody went down there, it could be somebody that we need to deal with. They might have answers about the joining supplies or something necessary, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. They could have some stuff that's just like the supplies, and we could get it from them, and we get to leave.
That's a great point. Yep. Or they could have more, like fancy weapons or something like that too.
There might be an underground lake with a woman inside of it who will give us a magic sword and make us the leaders of this realm.
I mean, maybe, but less likely.
I think there's more of a process for selecting leaders around here.
I doubt it.
Not from what I've seen.
Enough about the U.S. presidential election. Let's get back to the game.
As you guys step through the hole, you see what looks like is a lot of. Not only are there rocks from the wall that had collapsed, but you see a lot of wood that, in some cases, is nailed into some of these rocks. Almost like at some point, maybe it was a boarded up hole.
Well, if we're going to go down there, there's not much of a point in being stealthy with lights. So we go proudly and confidently and see if we can prevent a fight that way. Boldly go, if you will.
I think that's a good way to go.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the torch, and I guess Marcus will lead the way this time.
Okay. So you start going around the bend. The dirt is a very hard dirt. You're not leaving footprints at all. It's so packed down and hard. And you start going around the turn, and the dog, you can hear it starting to every now and then kind of do this grrr. And when you get around, the bend, it opens up into what looks like 3 small passageways. Left, right, and obviously straight ahead. But the one that goes straight ahead, almost after a few feet, goes up at a very steep incline.
I'd like to consult the map.
I'd like to consult the dog.
Looking at the map, you are off of the main road. You are now in a cavern. You could have went straight rather than coming into this hole in the wall to go straight to the objective. This is uncharted territory. As for the dog seems to be looking at the incline.
What do you think, Boy? Which way to the old Grey Warden
Outpost?
Outpost, thank you.
Thing.
What's the question?
I said I'm asking the dog literally which way to the old outpost.
Oh, the dog doesn't know.
Okay.
It just looks at you, slants
Which
his head.
way do you smell something bad?
He's looking up at the one that goes up and like starts panting. You realize that based on how steep it is, it would be kind of hard to get up it. You could, but there's a chance you could slip or fall. And with the way the dirt is, it's going to be hard to get any real grip.
That eliminates that way.
Yeah, I don't. Especially if there's something unfriendly there, that's not very. That's not a good idea.
Maybe we can find another way around.
I think that's the best call. It's just gonna indicate if there's something up there that doesn't want us there, they don't have to fight us. They just have to roll rocks down at us.
That's a good point.
Empty the chamber pot.
Yeah.
I've dealt with that enough. Not again.
Familiar experience to you, is it?
What do you think I was doing at the mage tower?
He was cleaning the
Nice.
latrine.
That's why I got a shovel.
It makes sense. As long as you weren't burning it afterwards, you'd be fine. So,
Well,
left
I
or
guess-
right?
Do we want to try one of these other paths then instead, or do we want to go back to the main road?
Or we can try left, right, or main road. What sounds more appealing?
Which direction, based on our our sense of direction as we've been going through this, leads us generally towards where we think the outpost was?
Turning around.
Okay.
Okay.
So, like, as best as we can tell, all of this is leading us away from the outpost.
Yeah, so like the one road went straight, right? From where you were, pretty much all the way towards the post. As long as you stayed on the deep roads. You guys went off the side and it started winding this way with a subtle downslope. You don't know how much further down underground you went, but the whole path sloped down. And then you came to a 3-part road, basically, where it split off. The two, the left and the right, they look like maybe they slope gradually up, but that center one definitely is a really steep incline. And there's no telling if it meets up again with the road or where it goes exactly at this point.
I opt for the most direct route to our objective.
And
Yeah, I guess-
as you are talking about this, you do hear some clicking sounds coming from the left road.
Like-
Clicking like a computer
clicking like a-
mouse,
Like a-
or
Like a... Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
oh, slightly.
Yeah, that sounds like tapping on a table.
That's what that is, but that's not what it's supposed to be because there's no table.
I gotcha. So it's like some sort of like something making noise versus not like a clicking sound, like something communicating with something else.
Morse code.
Maybe.
Is it Morse code?
Give me a perception roll, somebody.
I can do that. I'm good at perception. Numbers. Wait, one more. Okay, fine. 18.
It sounds a lot like the spiders you heard in the city or in the ruins.
Well, then that about settles it. Let's go back to the road.
Hey,
Let's
those
get out.
spiders had some pretty good stuff though, remember?
Yep. You have fun fighting them then.
Fine.
But it doesn't sound like Morse code or that he's trying to blink out the words torture or anything.
So you guys head back towards the main road?
Okay, I guess we're heading back towards the main road. So everybody's scared of the spiders.
All right.
Yeah.
The spider had a
Big
gun.
Last time.
creepy spiders. Yeah, but this time we got a dog.
Does dog beat spider?
It's like paper,
Yeah.
scissors, rock, and spider and dog.
Yeah.
In a sense, he'd run too.
Oh, no. He's not running from anything.
Lieutenant Commander Wolf, how do you feel about spiders?
See?
Terrified.
He looks at you and growls at you again.
No. He's going to tear him apart.
Woof!
He's really not helping my pacifist run of this game.
He is a war dog.
Dog and I get each other.
He is willing to die for no greater cause, just
Make peace,
because
not
someone
war,
else
dog.
And then to just mix it up.
All right, so I guess we're heading back towards the main road.
Okay.
And we'll continue on that direction.
Okay. You get back to the main road. You start walking again, and you come up to a bridge, which is on the map right before the post. And you see across the bridge, first of all, on the sides of the bridge, looking down, it's hundreds of feet, and you see like a lava river. You also see, looking down, almost 100 feet down, a ledge and an opening. But straight ahead, you do see an outpost that has a. It looks like it's about 3 stories tall in this open cavern area. It has above the door a very large griffin statue that's on the second balcony, or not the balcony, but like the second floor, just sticking out off the side. And the bridge is about 20 feet long, connecting over the chasm.
Is the griffin the same griffin that Claire with an eye had?
Yes, it's definitely a Grey Warden symbol.
Okay,
And
okay.
the outpost, it does have arrow slits all around the second and third story of the building.
How far down is this river of lava?
About 200 feet down.
And is this a rope bridge?
Nope, this is a stone
Or-
bridge that is about 15 feet wide, and it goes
Oh.
20 feet across, connecting 2 ledges over
How's
a
it-
great chasm.
How's the structural integrity look?
It looks solid.
Okay.
Looks can be deceiving.
Question from the person who doesn't know anything about this setting.
Yes.
Are the Darkspawn, do they fight intelligently, or are they mindless rabble monsters?
Some do. So they're not.
That's
None of them
right.
are.
I asked this last time. Some are really smart, and some are.
There are some that are as smart as like a genius. Some can
Mm-hmm.
speak English or English Common, I would say, but very few. Think of them as just.
It's more like they're corrupted beings.
Okay.
Yes.
Like they're regular beings, but they've been corrupted somehow.
Yeah.
So they still
So
are
there's a
capable of
there's a
like
possibility of hostile fire coming from the arrow slits.
Is there light coming
There's a
from
possibility.
the castle or the outpost kind of thing?
No, it doesn't actually look like that. No. So the reason you can see is because there are blue lyrium veins in the walls that give a subtle blue glow in this cavern.
all right, so let's just
And
be
the lava
quiet.
down below also helps illuminate some of it.
Let's make our way across the bridge as quickly as possible.
Yeah, let's just
About
you
rivers
know.
of lava. What?
I mean, if you want to stay over here by yourself,
No.
you can stay over here by yourself. That's
no.
what I thought.
You have to wear
Um,
netherite armor, so even if you die in the lava, you can get your stuff and it won't burn up.
So you know, Paula was spot on about the Darkspawn being corrupted beings. There's a dwarven variant that has a specific name. There's an elven variant, a human variant, and then there is also a Talvashoth or Kunari variant as well. Those basically turn into like giant ogres with horns. And so those are like the main types of Darkspawn.
Yeah, Darkspawn is just like a generic term for a corrupted being in the same way that we use the term politician for a corrupted being.
Josh is on fire tonight. So the most common one is probably the Dwarven kind, because again, you are underground. So those are the most common types that you're going to come across. And I believe those are called the Genlocks. And you would have been taught that as initiates. They would have tried to bring you up to speed very quickly on the types of Darkspawn.
All right.
So I think if we're, reasonably quiet, then we should be okay, right?
I think so. I think we get
across the bridge.
Quickly. We move in quick and quiet and see what we can get done.
I'll take out my shotgun and move in quick and quiet.
All right. Minus the shotgun. So everybody give me a stealth roll if you're trying to be quiet.
Where does that skill?
Is that just
If you don't have it, it's just Dex.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, if I fail this, I get to re-roll it, I'm pretty sure.
I think you have that ability, yeah.
Yep. Does a 16 pass?
Yes.
Okay.
That would probably pass in most instances.
Dex
Does a 13 pass?
You would think you're pretty quiet.
I got a double, so can I spend stunt points?
Yes, for exploration.
Okay. All right. I have 4 stunt points, so let me take a look at them and I'll come back to you. Number 1, I'm taking advantageous positioning.
Okay.
1. So I'm gonna get into a good position.
Okay.
So would 8 pass?
No, that probably won't pass anything ever.
Okay.
I mean, didn't have to say that. Damn.
I did get 3 stunt points, though. Do I get those even if I fail?
Not if you fail.
Okay.
So just to give you an idea, I'm going to give you guys an idea. So difficulties would be basic difficulties. Routine is 7. Easy is 9. Average is 11. Challenging 13. Hard 15. So on and so forth.
Yeah.
Right. Up to 21. Near impossible.
Oh, that being said, the dog got an 11.
Okay.
And does the dog get stunt points?
Yeah, if it rolls doubles. But did it succeed at an 11? Probably would not succeed.
What about a 12?
Being stealthy. 12 would probably not do it either. So you guys, with your light source and everything, stealth up there. And you get to the building with Marcus taking a very good position on the door. What would you guys like to do?
I just been all for to just give myself a +3 bonus to initiative if we end up rolling it.
Okay. As you approach where the door would be, there is an iron door that once protected this fortress from intruders. It now lies on the ground. Window slits for shooting arrows wrap around the upper floors of this tower.
How does it appear that the iron door was removed? Did it break off? Did it fall off with AIDS? Was it torn off?
Give me a
broken
perception.
inwards? Oh god, what to do this? Juice, you're sleeping on the couch if I fail this. That is a 20 actually, 664.
Yeah. So it looks like it was old, first of all, but it does look like it's bent. So something at some point forced its way in.
Something big and
Yeah,
very
it looks
angry
like
broken
not
into
only
that.
are the hinges bent, you can see a large dent, dead center, about the size of your head.
And I have a very fat elvish head.
It's a very subtle dent. It doesn't look like this is a thick door, so to dent it would take quite a bit of force.
Would I be able to guess if it's a darkspawn big boy dent or a battering ram dent or a...
It looks like it was a battering ram of some sort.
Okay.
Held by a darkspawn.
Looks
Well.
like they rammed down the door.
That's only one thing to do then. We need to get in and make a search.
Yeah, we need to get off this bridge.
As you're standing there looking at the door, you do hear something inside. It sounds like a lot of scratching. It also sounds like maybe something is like almost sounds like some fabric just got torn.
Studio 54.
Can we
They're
determine
like
the
a
fabric?
seamstress.
Is it silk, canvas, wool?
I mean, you can't tell from the sound.
Did you take a whole class on the sound of fabric tearing or something? Like,
I was a fashion designer before I became homeless as an elf.
Everybody, roll for initiative, and Tom, you get that bonus you were talking about.
Yeah.
What's initiative again?
I don't remember.
just 3d6 plus
that's fine.
something.
Roll your 3d6 plus whatever would be initiative. I think it's.
I'm
gonna-
gonna Dex.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
Roll it out.
It's your dex.
15.
12 plus 4 is 16.
Type it into the chat for me. I've got. Where is my? There it is. All right. So mine is 9, 10, 11. I have 13. All right. Phallos is 16. So Phallos will actually go first. Followed by... What did I say I just had? I don't even remember what I said I just had.
You had a 13.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, everyone's going to go before me. So Marcus, then Delphine, we'll say. And then we'll go Octavius. And then I'll be last. I thought I rolled pretty well, too.
Does the dog go when Delphine goes?
Yeah, it just keeps it easier.
Okay.
All right. So, Phallos, you get to go first. What would you like to do?
What do I hear? What do I see?
So the light source, you actually see when you get up here, inside is a stone-walled room with tiled floors. A banner on the wall that reads, "In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death, sacrifice." You know that's the motto of the Grey Wardens, by the way. And
They got one of them, right?
You see up to the second floor, there is no like full-on floor between the first and second. It's almost like a balcony all around the outside. You see arrow slits for the second floor, and then you see stairs that go up into a third floor, but you can't see up that high because of that's like a full floor. Looking around, though, you see tearing apart some furniture of this floor are 3 drooling, short, stocky, gray-skinned, pointy-eared, gruesome creatures. You also, as you step in the room, can smell the stench of death clearly coming from them. And that is what you see. They're about 15 feet, or not 15 feet, about 45 feet across the room from you.
Okay.
Ripping apart couches.
And let's see, my speed is 16. Would I know how fast they could move these things?
There's yeah. You know they're slower than you because they're short and stocky like a dwarf.
Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting to fight Florida Man today, but if I have to, well, and you said they're 40 feet away, correct?
Yes. They seem to be holding battle axes.
And this game uses yards, if I'm not mistaken, for most things.
You can use feet. It's whatever you're comfortable with. I'm not gonna get too technical on that stuff.
I'm never comfortable. I will then move up. So they'd be able to... I can go 16 yards in game.
Okay.
If I'm reading this correctly.
Yeah, and you could do double that if you give up your... if you use your full action.
Yes. And I know they can't move as far as me, so I will go ahead and... Screw it, I'm gonna move up, let's say... Well, I have to do math real fast. 16-yard range. No, I'll just stand here, because I don't have to move to shoot him with my short bow, and that's all I can do anyway. So, screw him. Yep. I would like to shoot with my short bow.
Okay.
My butt's so big I bounce when I roll my dice. 7, 9... 15 to hit.
Okay, that hits. The one tries to block it with his shield. He's not quick enough. They all have shields, and they are also holding a battle axe. Just so you know.
He takes a massive 4 metric damage.
When you hit him in his armor. It doesn't seem to get through his armor. In fact, it hits his armor and falls to the ground. Now, their armor is a very crude metal. It's bent in nonsensical ways. It's slapped together, but it does cover vital spots. And so when you hit, you hear it go tink and just fall off to the side, not appearing to penetrate him.
I don't know what else I was expecting to happen with this. And let me quintuple check.
And you moved in, you said, about your normal speed?
No, I just moved in, so I was with it. No, I didn't move in at all.
Okay, so you stayed outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have, they're 40 feet away, and I have a range of 16 times 3, which is more than 40.
Okay. Marcus, what would you like to do? You can see the same thing.
Am I one move action away?
No.
All right.
They're about 45 feet in. I think most of you have a speed that's in that range of 10 or 15 or whatever.
I've got 11, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to now remind...
Oh, that's in yards though, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's that conversion?
That would be 33.
Okay.
So
you could use your whole turn to get to them. If you want to.
I think... remind me how... So we can take a major action and a minor action.
Yes. And movement is 1 minor, but so you could do 2 minors and give up your major, or you could do a minor and major.
I'm going to take a minor move, and as I do that, I'm going to unleash a shot with my longbow.
Perfect. Okay.
And they are within... as I move, they will come within short range. I don't know what that does.
I think it just makes it easier to hit.
Ooh, that's really good. So that's going to be 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, and then I will do 8 damage.
All right. So you hit the armor, but it does pierce some of the leather part of the armor that holds it on. And it does cut him. You said 8 damage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It didn't do the full amount because the armor slowed it a little, but you did do some damage. Just so you know, the way armor works in this game is it has an armor rating, and that reduces the amount of damage itself.
Yeah.
So just trying to explain that from a roleplay standpoint. So when you hit it, it lets out this and it holds his shield up and his battle axe and he says something that you can't make out. It sounds like nonsensical, like muttering of something, very unintelligent, and starts moving forward. Delphine, it is your turn.
All right, so Delphine is going to step forward, and she waves her arms around, and she is going to throw forward this arcane lance that she has.
Are you staying outside of the tower as well?
I'd like to. Can I just step right in the room?
Yes.
Without being, I don't want to be in the middle of it, but I don't know that I want to stand.
So you're like
outside.
going inside the door and off to the side?
Correct.
Staying underneath the overhead of the balcony, like around?
Because you're asking, yes.
Okay. Oh, I'm just trying to get an idea and also paint a picture of what it looks like.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is.
Are you shooting the same one that just got hit?
No, I'll shoot a different one.
Okay.
16.
That does hit.
Okay. And then it's 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And as she fires that off, she's going to yell over at our canine friend. She's going to yell, "Sick 'em, boy." I don't know when the dog's going to run up and try and bite it.
Okay.
And it gets a 16.
Okay. It hits the same one that you just shot it?
Yep.
Okay.
And that is going to be 8 points of damage. Wait, hold on. It's not going to be 8 points of damage. It's going to be 9.
It's
And
1d6 plus 4.
13. Yes, but I get 5 stunt points. So it's going to use Mighty Blow twice.
Gotcha.
To up it to 15. And then it's going to use Skirmish for its last stunt point, which says it can move yourself or the target 2 yards in any direction. It's actually when it runs in there, bites the creature, does the 15 points, and almost like drags it off to one side a little bit.
Okay. So it is very severely hurt, but it is still standing. It is bleeding profusely from this dog. So you blast it, hitting it right in its chest. Its armor clearly absorbs some of it, but it hurts. And the dog then runs up as he's staggering back, trying to stay on his feet, and it bites at his arm with the shield and just starts tearing at it. You can see, while he's still holding, he drops the shield as the bone is ripped out of the arm by the dog.
Good dog.
Woof! And we are now to Octavius, who is outside right now.
Yeah, I will move inside.
Mm-hmm.
As I don't know what's more. I mean, I hear something inside, but I'm not really. I'm kind of concerned about the this river of lava and this bridge, and not really sure about the structural integrity.
Well, you're no longer on the bridge now. You're on the other side.
Okay, good, because I'm sure it was done by the lowest bidder. So I'm going to make sure I get inside. And I see the dog skirmishing with this creature.
Oh, yeah. You see it rip the bone out of the arm.
Yeah, I level my shovel at him and blast him with my arcane energy.
All right.
So that's just a regular attack roll. I don't have to. I'm not burning mana on that, right?
Correct. That's kind of like a cantrip for the arcane
Okay.
lance.
Okay. Very good. There are doubles. So 11, 12, 17 to hit.
Yep. This is the one that dropped his shield, right?
This is the one that, the dog. Yeah,
yep.
got.
Perfect.
And I got 6 points. So does that go with combat?
What do you mean? Combat stunts?
Yeah, is that a combat stunt then? Okay.
Oh, actually, you would use a spell stunt.
Spell.
Okay. Oh yeah, and I did 6 damage.
Okay.
And can you do more? Can we decide you can do more than one stunt?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
You can.
All right. So I'm going to use Mighty Spell, so I get an extra D6.
Okay.
That's 6 more points. Is he still up?
So that would have been on top of the original. So that's 1 armor resistance. So no, he drops. You blast him, and he goes off of his feet and like flies back 2 feet before his back hits the ground.
Okay. And I got 4 more points. I use fast casting, and then I can cast another spell. So I'd assume I can shoot again.
Okay. You can see one guy who has a chip out of his where he got hit by a arrow.
Mm-hmm.
And you see 2 that don't seem to have any apparent damage other than just being
So there's
scarred.
4. I thought there was 3.
I'm sorry, there's 3 total.
Okay.
Well, there's 2 now.
2. The one that got hit with the arrow, I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
8, 9, 14.
That will hit.
And he takes just 4 damage this time.
So he tries to block it with the shield. He does not get the shield in the way. You said 4 damage?
Yep.
It blasts him in his armor, but it doesn't seem to shake him at all as the magic goes out as it hits him.
Okay.
With that, it is their turn. Behind you, Marcus, you see, or you don't see, you hear as feet slam down behind you as another Genlock has jumped off the balcony, landing behind you, and he will swing his battle axe at you.
I told you the fact that he asked exactly where I was standing seemed relevant.
Or shadow.
Does a 15 hit you?
It does.
All right. So his battle axe strikes true. That is no doubles. And
I think the battle axe is lying. It doesn't strike true.
It strikes lying. For 9 points of damage.
All right, I knocked that down to 5.
Okay.
Just gonna do.
The other, so now there are a total of 3 since 1 has died. So that's why I accidentally said the wrong number. My bad, guys. But yeah, so there are 3 standing, 1 that's been hurt. The other 2 are going to run. One of them's going to move over to the Babari, and he's going to attack it with his battle axe. Oh, wow. That'll definitely hit. That is 11, 15, 20. So that definitely hits. No doubles.
There is no honor in this style of fighting.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage to the Babari, who has 25 health. No armor rating. The other one is going to move up to Marcus as well. Because Phalos is still outside. He's the only one outside at this point. This one, I don't think... This is going to be close. But 5, 6, 7... Does 12 hit you?
It ties.
So that hits. And I rolled doubles with 2 stunt points. So before I roll damage, let's see what he can do for combat stunt. So this is the one that was hit before, by the way. He is going to... What is he going to do? Ooh, there's some good ones. He's dumb. He's just gonna go for the mighty blow. I was thinking about disarming you, but so that's an extra D6 of damage.
All right.
So that's gonna be 6, 7 plus 4, 11, 14 points.
Ouch. That one hurt.
And that is all of their turn.
All right.
We are back up to Phalos, who's outside.
Well, let's see. The most important member of our party is under attack right now. And I can actually reach it there. So I'm going to sneak up to them and try to do my backstab against the one attacking the dog.
Okay, yep.
Lieutenant Commander Wolf. So I need to do a sneak check. That is a 18.
That will hit.
Okay. Then I get to roll to attack. That is 5 and 6 is 17 to hit. No doubles, of course.
Yep.
And then I get to go ahead and roll dice and act like I'm smart. I'm lying. That is 13 points of Imperial damage.
All right. So you hit him. He's obviously still holding up strong. You get him in his side, on the weapon side, and when you do, the blood it's not your typical red. Like it is, but it's a darker shade, and it's got a stench to it as it spills out.
What did the magic short sword thing that I grabbed do again?
Oh shoot, I forgot all about that. It's plus, so it's a +2 damage.
Oh, okay.
So it's a total of 1d6 plus 4, I think.
Yeah, 2d6 with my backstab plus. Yep.
Okay.
So actually, it's 15 points of damage.
Gotcha. So 15 total, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
And I don't think there's a disengage I can do right now, so I'm good
Nope.
here. Yep.
Marcus.
I'm going to take out my two-handed sword. I'm going to attack the wounded one that hit me. The one who hit me the second.
Yep.
So this is going to be 3d6 plus 7. Ooh, double 5s.
Nice.
16 to hit. Oh no, sorry. 18 to hit.
Definitely does.
All right, let's use those stun points. Number 1, I'm going to spend 4 stun points for a dual strike to affect the 2 targets that are directly next to me.
Oh.
So they're both going to take. That's terrible damage. 6 damage.
They both take 6?
Yes. And then I'm going to spend my last remaining stunt point to skirmish and to slide 2 yards away from both of them to get out from their range. And then I'm going to spend my minor action to put my guard up and assume a defensive position, a high guard with the point towards them, to add 1 to my defense.
Okay. So you noticed when you did that, you barely scratch through their armor and draw blood. It's not a very fatal wound at all.
Yeah. No.
Due to the armor resistance.
I was making space to get away from
that.
that.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Delphine.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
Does anybody know how to calculate my spell power? Because it's not necessarily explicitly labeled on my sheet, but it's explicitly spelled out in the spell that I would like to use.
So it would be, I think.
So
it's just your
I'm
cunning.
thinking it's. Oh,
Or
is it?
is there a magic? It's magic. It's just your magic bonus. That's it.
Where's my magic bonus?
Low dexterity.
Oh, okay. You mean like 10 plus? I think it's 10 plus that.
Oh, that's
Then-
a great question. Let me.
Oh, because
You're talking about like a DC, like in
because
other
it's
games?
basically it's a spell, so they have to make a save. So I assume it would be 10 plus that. Otherwise, that'd be really easy for them to make it.
Not if you break their legs first, then it won't be.
I was trying to look it up. I couldn't find it.
Under mage on page 34, it should say something. It's magic training. 10 plus magic plus 1d6.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna roll a d6.
Or wait, no, that's magic. That's mana points.
Oh,
So magic is on chapter 5.
I think we should just go with 10 plus magic.
10 plus 10?
No, I want to look it up.
Of course you do.
I do. Starting spells.
The first thing to remember is that magic isn't real.
Correct. All right, so there's nothing on this page. It's mana points. You can cast any spells you know. Casting roll is 3d6 plus magic plus focus, if applicable. Spell power equals 10 plus magic plus focus. Do you have a focus or whatever for it?
I do not. So, hey, look at that. It was just the 10 plus magic.
Yep. And
So-
there's risks of magic, so let's see how this goes. Would you roll?
Oh, no, you have to make the save. So Delphine steps forward and she creates this sparkling golden bolt that she is going to throw at the attacker on her new dog friend.
What'd she do? She did something to the dog?
No, she threw just arcane bolt.
The person who's attacking the dog.
She created a bolt that she is throwing at the guy who is attacking the dog.
Oh, okay. Well, I
So
failed whatever the
you-
roll was, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
I have an 11. I'm assuming
Perfect.
10 plus your magic is higher than 11.
It is not higher, you mean. So that is 10 points of damage.
So what is happening to him? And this is the one on the Babari?
Yes.
Okay.
So this golden bolt that's shining like whizzes right through the air and just like clips it off the shoulder, which kind of spins it back around a little bit.
And so you know, every time you cast a spell, you still have to roll to cast a spell.
Oh.
You should, because there's a chance
Yeah.
that you fail.
Yeah, you got to roll a 10 or higher for this one.
Yep.
Oh, so I have to roll and then they make the save?
They make a deck save and they take
Okay.
1d6 if they pass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 13,
All right. So you are fine then, I think.
so it would have been okay.
Yeah, because if you fail, I then get to roll on the mishaps, I think. Casting any
Oh,
spell.
and it actually would have been, sorry, it would have been
if the dragon
13.
dies a 1. Okay.
It would have been 14 points of damage, not 10 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm supposed to add that on there. Sorry,
It's okay.
my bad. Okay, and
We're
then
all learning. This is our first time really playing Dragon Age. Second
I mean,
time,
like-
first adventure.
There we go. Yeah.
the second session. You're just
Still
trying
on
to
our
make us
first
feel
time,
better.
so it's okay.
It's our second combat. Well, third combat.
And then the Babari is going to also bite at the same
Okay.
the same attacker.
And this is the guy who has no shield. So
And it gets a 14
that hits.
and does 8 points of damage.
So the Mabari rips at his femur bone and rips it out of his leg and starts shaking as he rips it out of the leg. And then he keeps the bone in his mouth.
Left or right femur?
Probably his left, because that's where the shield was too.
Oh, damn, that was his favorite femur too.
As the Darkspawn drops dead to the ground.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I've seen worse.
Femurs are important.
All right. Octavius. That was awesome, Paula.
So there's 2, right? They're both on Marcus?
Yeah, yeah, they're closest to Marcus. Yep.
Okay. How is Marcus looking?
How is Marcus looking?
He's looking pretty rough.
Does he work out? Does he skip leg day or what?
No, he doesn't skip leg day. He's just
Okay, good.
bleeding profusely from some axe wounds.
Okay. I will attack the one again with the my shovel.
Okay. Which one? The one.
The
That's
one
been
that
hurt?
looks. Yeah, the one looks injured.
Okay.
No stunted. But 18, 20 to hit.
Yep.
He'll take 5 damage.
Okay. The armor. You hit the armor, and all it does is make this Genlock Darkspawn look at you, and he like kind of grins, and you can see the sharp, pointy teeth and the rotting. They're all rotting as he just kind of grins at you. And he is going to attack you.
And their dental hygiene is horrible too.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
It stinks so bad.
Oh
Uh,
no.
12,
As Grey Wardens, would we get dental?
17. No. 17
It's
to
not
hit
part of
Octavius.
the
Oh
package.
yeah.
What the hell are we doing here then? Screw this.
Oh, that's max damage. 12 plus 3. It's 15 points.
Okay.
All right. The other dark spawn closes the distance with Marcus again.
Mm-hmm.
I think you get a defense bonus.
I do. I have a
last time.
+1 defense.
10, 11, 12, 13. That is only a 13 to hit.
That ties again.
Yeah.
That is I rolled a 2, a 5, and a 1, plus their +5. Okay, so he hits, and that is 12 points.
All right, 12 points.
Yep.
All right, so I knocked 4 off of that.
So he hacks into you, obviously just barely busting through your armor a little. And when he does that, he then looks at the other one and says something. And you can hear like a gargle in his voice a little bit as he says it to the other Genlock. And it is now Phallos' turn.
Okay then. I take it I'm relatively close to Marcus and his 2 new friends.
Yeah, you can be.
He's got 1. I got 1 too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. You're fighting in close combat too.
With a shovel.
Well, I know enough about the death corpse of Krieg to know he'll be fine with the shovel. So, which one do I like better? That's the question.
Just roll for it. Evens or odds? Who's odd? Octavius is odd.
Okay, so I'm going to save Octavius then. First thing first, I'm going to sneak up on the other person and stab him in the back. That's a... God damn it. Of course, I rolled my doubles on this one. That's 18 to snack on him.
Yep. He
And
wasn't even
then
paying attention to you.
Ooh, yay! to hit him, I rolled 2 6s and a 1. That's 13 plus 6.
That hits.
7, 8. Yeah, so 9. Oh boy. Guys, I get to be useful. Aren't you proud of me?
This is the one on Octavius?
Yeah. And I'm going to first and foremost. Where are the combat abilities? Well, I'm panicking. I'm so excited, Daddy. I'm helpful, guys. Aren't you proud of me? No? I need
You think you
validation.
are.
I have a very tiny penis. Let's go with piercing armor first. So the armor rating is halved.
Okay.
Versus this attack. And then let's go with 2 sets of mighty blow on it after that. So that's 46s. Ooh, that's nice. 12, 17, 18 plus 4 is 22 points of damage.
22 minus
And half
3
their
is
armor.
19. So that was enough to kill him, whether I rounded up or down. Just enough.
Oof.
So
I
you
stab
come up
it.
behind the one that is attacking Octavius as it's laughing at Octavius, and it's holding its battle axe up, almost taunting Octavius. It goes to swing down as you deliver the mighty blow. What happens?
I come up behind him, and as he's swinging down right at the nape of the neck, I slam my blade into the spine, severing it, and I also grab the axe so it doesn't fall and hit Octavius.
And he falls to his death. Nice.
Octavius screams.
Marcus, you got one left with you. This is the one that was talking to the other one.
All right, I am going to. I'm going to take aim and add +1 to this attack roll because I want to finish this guy off because he's hurt, right?
Yes. Not
Alright.
much, though. He's only taken 1 point.
Well, I rolled double 6s, so he's gonna be really hurt in a second.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm gonna. This is like over 25.
Oh. So mine. Well, he's got 5 armor rating. He's
No,
got
no,
21.
this is the hit.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and I have 6 stun points. Let's see what
Oh,
damage.
shit.
I want to roll damage first. Well, I'm going to say I'm going to spend 2 to roll an extra d6 of damage. I'm going to spend 2 to pierce armor, which means his armor rating is halved, rounding down.
Okay. So he's got an armor rating of 2 now, and he's got 21 hit points. So
Alright.
if you roll more than 23 damage, he is dead.
I'm not. I only get 4d6 at this point, so that I'm not going to be able to do that. But
Roll max plus your bonus.
I don't get a bonus for the two-handed sword. Oh my goodness. That's going to be 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to skirmish, and I'm going to slide away from him with my last point,
Alright.
another 2 yards. As I'm just going to I'm going to take a sidestepping cut as he's swinging at me and just slice his stomach and just slide right past him.
All right. So more blood spills on the floor. The floor has become quite bloody at this point, with dark spawn blood. And it is now Delphine's turn. There is 1 dark spawn left. It's looking okay. He's bleeding out of his stomach all over the floor. What would you and the Babari like
I
to
don't
do?
think he's going to be looking very okay in a minute.
All right.
So Delphine will step forward. She's going to hurl one of these phantasmal arcane lances
Okay.
at it. So that is a 17-19
Hits.
to hit. And that is 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Right after that hits, the Babari will run up and jump on it, trying to gnaw at its neck. It rolls a 14.
Yep, it jumps over its shield and lands, paws onto its chest as it bites into its neck. Roll some damage.
And that is 9 points of damage.
All right. So it knocks this darkspawn back as it bites the flesh off of its neck. You said 9, correct?
Yes.
So now the darkspawn's bleeding out of its neck, but it manages to stay up. The Babari was unable to knock it down. The Babari then falls on the ground right in front of it. But it is bleeding. The Mabari's got blood all over its face. And now, because of the projectile blood, it's got it all over its back, too. The Babari does. And it's Octavius's turn.
All right. So there's one left.
Yep. Who is looking rough.
Okay, I shall attack it. So the one that was on me is dead. So 15 to hit.
Hits.
Gut doubles. So that's 5 damage. Don't have.
So when you hit it, you blast its shield. The shield seems to absorb all that damage. I kind of like the armor rating system in this game. It makes weak monsters a lot more, relevant.
Okay, so I'm just going to do an extra D6 of damage with my points.
Okay.
And I rolled a 5.
All right. So when the shield takes the damage, the shield goes flying back into that wound in the throat and decapitates the darkspawn as it falls to the ground.
Okay.
And there are no more darkspawn.
Does he get the XP for the kill, or does the darkspawn get the XP for killing itself?
Let's give it to the darkspawn.
Okay.
How does healing work immediately after combat in this?
So it's like the video game. You get a lot of your health back.
Define a lot.
A lot. It's a majority of it.
You're describing what I lost in that fight.
Yeah, you probably got most of it back. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't remember.
The defense rating in this appears to be purely for show, as it doesn't stop anything.
Those have a really high armor rating. So, like Darkspawn, like even Grey Wardens, you're not supposed to be 6th level till you become a Grey Warden.
Mm-hmm.
Like Darkspawn are not like your level 1 monsters, really.
Yeah.
So that's part of it too.
We're just fighting them, just for flavor.
Well, I threw very
Casual.
few at you, obviously. Plus, that's what I wanted to play.
I'm good with it. I like playing in unleveled worlds.
Yeah.
I think we just have to keep playing until we hit level 6, then we can finally get out of here.
Is that what it is?
Now the waves of
The
Darkspawn
supplies
come.
for the joining just teleport into your hand once you reach level 6. That's
Yeah, right.
really
Exactly.
how it works.
We have to go back and fight the spiders. We need
Hey
the XP.
Josh, I'm gonna put you in charge of finding that.
Finding what?
How healing works after combat without actual magical healing and stuff. I know it's really easy. Like it goes up quite a bit.
Directly after combat,
In
Delphine
fact-
is going to run up to the Babari
Uh-huh.
and start wiping some of the blood off of him, but then also, like scratching behind his ears,
He
like
loves it.
telling him he did a great job. Maybe I'll break off a piece of the rations in my backpack and give it to him.
He is so happy right now. So you're able to clean him up. He's really happy. He starts licking your hands as you're cleaning him off and everything at the same time. He's very careful to not try and lick the darkspawn blood. Even when he bit it, he did not seem to swallow any of it. But he does have to make a save because darkspawn blood can be bad.
Oh, I didn't know
And,
that.
Yeah, well, biting him and, the taint. He fails.
Oh.
Well,
So
but
he's
like,
looking rough.
shouldn't I roll for him?
Okay, fine. Go ahead. I'll let you. It'd
No,
be a
healing in
constitution
combat
roll.
isn't honorable. He wouldn't do it.
I only rolled a 4, so it's better.
Oh yeah, it's good. I mean, it's gonna be better. It's only a 12, but it's still better than a 4.
Yeah. Okay.
How did you can't roll a 4? He gets a +2.
I'm talking about my dice. I rolled a 4.
Oh, okay. Okay.
4.
Showing off the
sorry.
new dice, I see.
I love these skull dice. But anyways, with that, we are going to take a 5-minute break because I really got to go to the bathroom. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes. And I'm going to try and find the taint. Wow, that sounded bad.
I found it already.
The taint from Darkspawn, I mean.
If you're a patron, you can watch this during the break.
Oh, no, that's the OnlyFans. That's the
Oh, okay.
If you want to see the full tank, $50 on Patreon.
All right, so
Oh
we'll be
my
back in
gosh.
5 minutes. It's so awesome. All right. So once again, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. Give us a like if you're enjoying this game. We might have another campaign of Dragon Age coming up very soon on the channel. So, yeah. So the bodies are sprawled out across the ground. There's blood all over the floor. And, yeah, this is the destination you were supposed to come to.
Most of it is Marcus's.
We did figure out the healing is 5 plus con plus the level.
Yeah,
we're not going to worry about the Babari and the taint because, why?
We found out the healing summarized as it's not enough. So I think Marcus is going to just be like hunched over and just be like, all right, does anybody see what you came here for?
I mean, healing is a skill. Can we try or can Delphine try to just I don't know, assist Marcus with his wounds, wrap up some of his wounds or something like that?
Hold still, Marcus, and I hit it with my shovel. I'm doing my heal check.
Yes, I do it role play wise, but you can't actually heal.
Last time. Wait, no, not that shovel.
Wrong shovel.
True shovel.
What is? Oh crap! What's my plus to this?
Why does the shovel say Fur Creed on it? That's what I want to know.
So it's focus. Is it just focus and?
It's your magic, probably. Plus focus.
Magic plus focus. So it'd be 5. So, okay, thankfully. 7. So 12.
Ooh, that.
That's not, no, that's just so I can cast it.
Oh, darn. I thought 12.
So that makes it.
That would have been wonderful.
So you would get at least 5. I can spend up to 3 points. Do you need more?
I need more than, I'm well under half health right now.
Okay. 3 more, that's 8.
All right,
Okay.
And Paula, you couldn't do the heal skill. He can receive it once. You have to roll above a 10, I believe.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do that after Octavius gets done beating him over in the head with his shovel.
You need another?
Let's see what the heal check does.
Okay.
I'll be probably floating around 2/3 health then, and that's probably good.
So that's a 17 on that check.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how it actually works now.
Page 55.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. I'm trying to decipher what this all means.
Yeah.
So it looks like you roll 3d6 and that's how much you would get. Right? Or no. The dragon die result. Oh, okay. So of that, the dragon die is how much he gets. Plus cunning.
Can we just say that I'm going to re-roll because I already picked up my dice to re-roll? And I don't know what my dice said.
Oh, did you roll above a 10? Just roll one die. Yeah, just roll one die then.
Okay.
And we'll make it.
Plus my cunning is 9.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Did you roll a 6?
I rolled a 5. My cunning is plus 4.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
I know. I'm
so you get 9
sometimes.
hit points back from her.
You heal him by kissing him on the head where the shovel hit it.
That's pretty good. I think I'm pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty damn awesome.
Yeah, you guys really got me good. So I'm good.
And we get 6 back from just taking a breather, right?
5 plus con plus level.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, as she's sort of, all right, let's look for the damn supplies and get the hell out of here.
They should be in a trap door somewhere.
Start looking around the place, seeing what we can see.
Okay. Everybody roll perception checks.
Why would you make me do this?
This is apparently I can't roll great damage, but I can roll double 6s.
12.
Yeah.
Just tell me who ended up rolling the highest.
Rolled an 18.
Can't beat that.
I rolled an 18 as well with my +4 mod.
So the 18 is the highest from not Marcus, from
Marcus.
Yeah, and I have 6 stunt points.
Oh, Marcus did get it?
I have
Okay.
18 and
Yeah.
I have 6 stunt points, so you know.
Ooh, so use the
Let's
exploration
just go
stunt
with him.
points.
Yeah, I don't know how. I receive +1 bonus to further test to examine or perceive additional aspects of the object that I am looking for. So that's 3.
So
And efficient search if resources of any kind are consumed in you know. Okay, never mind. Speedy search. I complete the test in half the time it would take. There we go.
So as you're sitting there getting healed, you get thumped on the head with the damn shovel, and Delphine walks up and starts like treating the bleeding from the shovel. And as she's doing this, she like twists your head, and like you're looking off to this one side, and something underneath the dark spawn blood or your blood, you can't really tell because it's all mixed up.
Starting to run down a little
Looks
bit.
like one of the tiles is just slightly off a little, and you
Hey,
immediately find it.
Is that the trap door right there? Are we done here?
We can take a look. I would like to see if there are any traps on the trap door.
So they just put the trap door right next to the front door.
You know what? I mean, as Octavius so generously pointed out earlier, this whole thing was built by the lowest bidder.
Okay, fair point. Fair point.
By lowest bidder, he means slave labor.
And then I would also can we examine this door to see if it has traps or any sort of security?
It doesn't seem so. So when you go over to it, it looks like there was something clearly covering this spot, like the couch that's right next to this that's turned over and ripped open. Now the trap door looks like basically it's indiscernible from other tiles, other than the fact that it is a millimeter higher than the one next to it.
Mm.
And it's just enough for you to like use your nails if you wanted to try and like pop it up.
Well, I'm not going to break my nails over it, so that's all you right there.
We do have daggers and short swords we can wedge in there to help.
Yeah,
lift
I'll
it.
take a short sword out and just.
Yeah, you're able to pry it open. When you pop this tile up, you notice it's actually 4 tiles that are stuck together to make one large tile. When you do it, there's a lip of wood, or not wood, of stone that was holding that tile. And it's a pretty strong tile. It's thick. It's not like a cheap, crappy, easy, let's snap it in half kind of tile. Like it's a solid tile. It's heavy. When you move it, basically you're looking into what would look like a very small 3-foot deep hole. And there's a crate that's got bottles in it, both of lyrium and what looks like almost like the darkspawn blood that you just saw.
Would these match the description of the supplies we were
Yes.
sent?
And there's also some herbs that are in here that are bound together with some very small twine.
That's for after the ceremony, yes?
Maybe.
All right. I think
That's part of the after party.
Can you find any rolling paper?
There's no rolling paper.
Ah,
Gonna have to have a pipe.
No. This is what we came for. Let's head out.
Let's go to the nearest head shop and get a pipe.
Yes. I mean, no, we should head back to headquarters or wherever. We have the joining. We're all going to join. And yes.
You're right, they probably have a
Are
pipe.
these the supplies? Where did we find them?
Well, I think so. I mean, they kind of basically said you'll know what they are when you find them. Didn't really specify exactly what the tools were.
Does
but-
this look like all the supplies?
Yeah, you would think so. It looks like enough. There are what appear to be 5 vials of this red liquid. There are only 3 vials of blue liquid that's clearly lyrium. As for the herbs that are bound together, there's quite a bit of it.
Do
One
we
vial short.
need
I mean,
another vial of the blue liquid?
is this all of the like? Would we know? Is this everything that we came for?
You would think so. I mean, she didn't tell you to necessarily pick and choose anything. She just said grab the whole thing and bring it.
Let's.
You know this is an abandoned post anyway, so it's not going to do any good just sitting here, in the future.
Let's extract and head back.
Okay.
to Command.
All right. You start making your way back. You get to that hole in the wall that you had came out of before. After a couple hours. You want to keep going, or you want to go down the hole? Well, not down the hole, but into the hole.
Do we need 4 vials of the blue liquid, or could we trade them one of the red liquids for the another blue liquid?
I mean, we really don't know.
I mean, what do we know? Do we know if do we know if the English language is speakable by my character? Apparently not. Do we know if the joining requires us to each take one of these
You know
vials?
nothing about the joining itself. Nothing.
Okay.
They have purposely not told you a word about it, other than that when it is done, you will be full-fledged members of the Grey Wardens.
Well,
As long as we're still alive.
I'm pretty sure this is just water with food coloring in all of these vials, and it was a test to see if we could get down here, so I think we're good.
I mean, usually that's the way these sort of initiation ceremonies go. It's mostly just like you burn some herb that gets people high as fuck, and then you do some sort of ceremony that seems way more impactful when you're stoned out of your mind, and then you're all part of a group.
And there goes our E for everything rating.
I think we lost that a while ago.
No worries. Not worried
I
about it.
think we lost that with the taint conversation.
No, the taint is just
That's
about
part of the
tainted
game.
blood. It's not about body
Yeah.
parts or anything weird. But,
Tainted blood.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, rituals with, demons, that may have got us demonetized. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sure Salvation Army's not going to be sponsoring any videos anytime soon. Or the Catholic Church.
Okay. All right.
So what's in these vials?
I think we're supposed to open them up in the presence of the people who sent us here.
I'm kind of inclined to think that we need another vial of this blue liquid.
Well,
So you guys know lyrium is for magic users. And it will replenish
okay.
mana. That's all it really does.
Oh, okay. Do we know what the red stuff
So we
is?
don't need it for the joining then. So we should probably be okay.
What's the red stuff look like? Blood?
Looks like the blood that was off
Oh.
the Darkspawn. It's a very dark, like maroon red.
Well, it's all good then. Let's get out of here.
All right. I guess we're going to skip it.
Okay. So you're just going to head out of the deep roads and past the ruins and get back to Claire? Direct
Yeah.
path? Okay.
If we can.
Sorry, I'm just looking at something real quick.
I mean, with how badly Marcus was hurt in the last fight, I really don't want to threaten him getting hurt even worse.
Right. So you're able to make your way out of the deep roads. You don't come across anything strange. Nothing catches your attention. When you get out of the deep roads, same thing. When you go through the area of the ruins, you kind of go around it, avoiding it, but nothing seems out of the ordinary. And you get to where you had agreed to meet up with Claire. She is not back yet because she obviously said she'd be back in 2 days. It has only been 1 day. You guys set up a camp, I'm assuming?
a camp in a location that's easily defensible with a clear line of fire in case anything comes
how-
through.
Far out were we?
I think it was just a couple hours from the deep roads.
I would propose moving through the night, and we can sleep when we're Grey Wardens.
Yes, but we're supposed to wait
like-
for her here.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
but-
wait, sorry. No, that makes
You
perfect
know it's a relatively safe area. There's not a lot of like threats in these woods. You know, like there's even the Darkspawn. This isn't the middle of a blight right now that you know of.
It's
So, yeah,
about to be.
Maybe. So yeah, you guys are able to set up a camp. It is defensible. I mean, there's a lot of trees. It's a very dense forest. Not a lot of people travel through here anyway, or anything like that. Now, are you guys doing watches, or how are you doing your camp?
I think watches might be a good
watches.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just alternate.
Okay.
2 people on each watch, so we have 4 sets of eyes.
All right. The night passes without any issues. The next day, for the most part, is real quiet. As it's starting to get dark, you guys set up another campfire, and you hear some noise coming from beyond the trees.
Does our hold on really quick? Does our mana replenish
Yeah,
overnight?
you're full. You're full.
Okay.
You're full.
Probably full health too at this point.
Yeah, you're all filled up.
Does it sound like Claire with an eye?
When we hear something coming through the trees, I'm gonna ask the dog. I'm gonna say, "Is it just an animal? Is it a person?"
Oof.
What are they wearing?
Dog
Is it
doesn't
Claire
respond.
with an eye?
The dog doesn't know Claire.
Does it sound like they're wearing heavy armor?
Make a perception check.
I was asking the dog. Okay.
Dog doesn't know
Well, why not?
because he doesn't.
That's a 14 total.
It sounds like multiple things are moving through the brush. More than one.
Slow.
She
Yeah,
wasn't planning on coming back with anybody, was she?
she
Not
didn't
that
tell
she
you.
told us.
She was heading off to Orzammar for
Better-
Grey Warden business.
Prepare for possible contact.
Fellows, why don't you go out and establish a picket line, and we'll set up for trouble.
Yeah,
Already
it's a good
on
idea.
it. I'll start sneaking forward.
Okay. Once you go off into the darkness, because it's nighttime, you can't see anything. The sound sounds like it's still a little bit of ways, but they're not trying to be quiet. And you all of a sudden between the trees can kind of make out 2 torches.
I'll start backing away and back to the others.
Okay.
There are several coming up. At least 2 of them have torches, and they're not being quiet.
Did you see who they were?
Unfortunately not. It was too dark.
Well, it might be the guy that we got this sword. Maybe he's looking for it.
Possibly. It could also be more
yeah.
apostates.
Octavius, why don't you take the sword and just walk in their direction?
I'm going to walk in their direction
Mhm.
and take the direct route and see if I can establish contact.
Get your
Yeah, you
torch.
start walking up there and you see 3 dwarves, 2 of them holding torches. And as
Hello there.
you say hello there to them. As you say that, in the back you can see Claire comes into the light as they stop. And she's like, "Oh, Marcus. Well, I got 3 more for the joining."
Excellent. The more the merrier.
Yeah. Is everyone okay? Everyone made it?
Yes, we've we've attained the supplies, and we have returned. Everyone is back. Everyone is healed.
Oh, great.
We lost somebody. Did an NPC come with us and die, or am I mixing something up? No. Okay. Yeah.
They
No.
didn't show up.
That was before we headed out with Claire.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
you had lost another initiate before
Yeah.
you ever
Yeah.
before the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Cardiac arrest.
you guys get back over to the campsite. So you guys see Marcus come back with Claire and 3 dwarves. Not very well equipped dwarves. I mean, they have an axe. They have some really crappy armor. They look like they're moderately strong. Can carry themselves maybe in a fight, but they're not like wearing the best armor. They don't have the best weaponry.
how are their teeth? I mean, are they
Not
they
like
rotted?
Darkspawn.
Okay, good.
How does their dental plan look in general?
No dental plan. No dental plan
Oh.
that you know of. They said they'll tell you about all the benefits of being a Grey Warden once you pass the joining.
Oh, that's sus.
That means that they suck.
I mean, I didn't see these dwarfs out there. Were they looking for the same thing?
No. I just picked them up at Orzammar. So you got the supplies?
So are they going in?
Well, what did they do?
They don't need to go in. Not if you guys succeeded.
But they didn't do anything.
We fought some Darkspawn on the way.
Oh.
And it's not about what you did on the way there. We just needed the supplies to get this done.
Oh, it is. Because we almost died.
Yeah.
I don't.
Welcome to the life of a Grey Warden.
I think you mean Marcus almost died, let's be honest here.
There's only four bottles in there. Is that going to pose an issue for the joining?
No, we'll put it all in the goblet and we'll pass it. It'll be okay.
Whoa. You mean everybody's drinking out of the same one?
Yeah. Is that a problem?
I do have herpes, but
This is your
time.
last chance. If you want to back out, I will give you this chance.
Later.
I mean, how much
Octavius,
time do we have?
You have 1 minute from now. I'm going to start preparing. If you want out, go. Leave.
We get an escort if we leave? I mean,
No.
we have to go by ourselves. Okay, I'm staying then. Looks like
Octavius, you'll be the first
That's
for what?
tactics right there.
for the ritual, for the joining. So she mixes the red vials into this goblet. She starts pulling out some stuff out of her bag, and she sets up like 4 sticks with like bowls on the top, and puts the herbs in each of those, and lights them. And she brings the goblet over to Octavius, and says, "All right, are you prepared for the ritual, for the joining?"
No, but I guess I really don't have a choice.
You have 20 seconds to decide if you want to leave still.
Take a sip. She hands
All right.
you the goblet.
Serious peer pressure in this whole ceremony. I'm just saying. We've been through several phases of saying we want to join. It feels
But nobody has taken a sip yet, right?
Mm-mm.
No.
So that's definitely a plus on my side.
Yep.
'Cause
Oh, God, the backwash.
Okay.
There's a reason she chose you first. She knows how you are.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. I take a sip. Sure.
Okay. Roll 3d6.
All right. I did.
What was your number?
Oh, you need the numbers? Oh, that's important.
No.
No bonuses, just straight roll.
14.
Really? Okay. So Octavius sips the goblet and hands it right back. And you guys are just watching him as his eyes roll in the back of his head. And you see him just go and like fall to his knees and like start dry heaving. And like you can tell he's in pain because he lets out this like as you feel your whole body tense up like a cramp like through your whole body. What kind of noises is Octavius making?
This sounds like pig noises.
Octavius, you see it, you have a vision of a basically like a large undead dragon flying over a lake of lava underground before you kind of snap to and you're back, and you feel so sick to your stomach right now, and you start puking. And Claire says, "Congratulations, you are a Grey Warden."
Oh.
And she goes next over to one of the dwarves and gives him the goblet and says,
Good luck. I didn't backwash in it, so you'll be fine.
"Take a drink, Freud." And Freud takes a sip.
Sigmund.
And upon taking the sip, you guys see his eyes roll in the back of his head, and he just collapses to the ground.
Oof.
Claire says,
Does he look okay?
No, he does not. Claire just says, he was not cut out to be a warden. And she goes to the next dwarf.
Not everybody. Not everybody was.
And the next dwarf looks at her and is like, "Do I have to take a sip? If you back out now, that's it." Like,
No, it's been more than a minute.
You can't back out now.
The minute has elapsed. How much
And so then
do these dwarves get?
this dwarf says, and the dwarf next to him is like freaking out. Like, you could just see he's worse than Octavius after like the spiders. And so the second dwarf drinks and collapses as well. The third dwarf's like, I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna drink, and like shoves it back. And as he shoves it back, she takes her sword and puts it right up under his ribs, through his heart, and out the back of him, and pulls it out and cleans her sword off as he falls to the ground. All right, who's next? And she turns around to the
Marcus.
remaining three of you. Marcus is next.
Yep.
All right, roll.
3d6, you said?
Yep.
Oh no. Just no modifiers?
Nope.
7.
So I'm gonna let you role play how you die.
I think Marcus, like, just full eye contact, full faith in that this is gonna go well, takes the drink, and then as he sits there, eyes roll up as he kind of reaches out and just drops straight to the ground. Just straight down.
Before you die, in your head, you see an army of darkspawn. Like, you know that, like those underground statues in China of that army? It's like that.
Terracotta.
Yes. It's like that, but it, like, as far as the eye can see in an underground cavern of darkspawn, just like slamming their battle axes against their shields.
I think as he collapses, Marcus is just going to like groan out, "You're doomed."
Can I strike him with my shovel and try to heal him?
You can try, yeah.
Live, damn, live.
But it doesn't work.
Oh man.
You cut off the head instead by accident.
Even with doubles.
Could you imagine playing to level 6 and then doing this and then dying?
Yes, I can actually.
I think it'd be kind of awesome, personally.
You would.
All right.
No, Marcus.
Delphine, Phalos.
All right. Yeah. Give me that. I'll take the cup.
All right.
Just
She
give it
hands
to
it to
me.
Delphine. You have to beat a 14, by the way. 14 or better.
Okay.
Damn.
Great.
Yeah.
It's the backwash that did it. It was low, and then he backwashed.
Well, Delphine got a 12.
So go ahead and role play your death.
Strong 12. Okay. So Delphine takes the cup, chugs way more than probably what you're supposed to, because she just sort of like 3 sheets to the wind at this point, right?
She's like, I'm going to be the all-powerful.
Yes, I believe specifically my background concept is that my focus in life is to achieve ultimate power. So, here we are.
You try.
So her eyes roll back in her head, and she becomes really rigid standing there. You almost see like a shadow version of herself kind of appear, and her body falls limp to the ground, and this shadow version of herself like goes flying up into the clouds, into the air somewhere.
Love it.
I hit her with the shovel.
And at that point, you hear a dog from behind her start howling, almost like it's crying.
Love it.
So sad.
And you're last.
I'm going to first offer it to the dog like a gentleman.
Babari can't be Grey Wardens.
God, that's racist.
But
well, all this has been going on.
The Babari lays over Delphine's body, just laying there with her.
I should note while all this has been going on, I've been arranging the dwarf parties in compromising positions. Okay. I will take my sip.
This is going to be great if Octavius is the only one.
Ooh! Ooh! Yes!
I kind of love that Octavius made it while the two true believers died.
Yes!
Yep.
Want to see what I rolled, everyone? Let me show it.
I thought you made it.
No!
So you put this in your mouth, and like the putrid, nasty taste hits you. You, Delphine, by the way, your last sight that you saw was not only this darkspawn army, but this archdemon, this black darkspawn dragon flying from that river of lava over this huge darkspawn army. That is your last vision in your head as you died.
I feel like Delphine would whisper the equivalent of "Come at me, bro" to this dragon as she died. Whatever the Dragon Age equivalent to that is.
I love it. So, what happens as you die over there, Phalos?
Well, I rolled horribly well. Horribly bad, not well. I'm the opposite of well. As I know I'm going to die from drinking this because it's really bad. All the backwash of everyone else is contaminated, obviously. I fall forward and lie next to the person I truly care about, Marcus.
Together in death.
Yes, my arm on top of him. Lovingly.
Oh, I love it.
Oh.
Your last vision is of the Darkspawn army starting to travel out of the deep roads, but not the same exit where the ruins were. It's a different exit, and it's actually in the Anderfells, which is far away from here.
As I fall, I say, "So uncivilized."
I just love that Octavius is the one. He is the lone survivor.
Technically, he is the lone survivor of 8.
Mm-hmm.
So that sucks.
Now you're by yourself, Octavius.
With Claire. You still got Claire. Claire's awesome, though.
And Claire.
So who's playing as Claire?
Except for that part where she fucking murdered everybody.
So 100%, that's how the joining goes in the Tabletop RPG. It's on page 259 of the amazing core rulebook. You don't have to become Grey Wardens. That's just what I wanted to do. I wanted to see how bad the joining was. It's freaking phenomenal. And I love it. I absolutely love that.
Not as much as I love Marcus.
In the video game, the Origins game, you play an initiate, and you do the joining with some other initiates.
Yeah, but you automatically pass in the game. How's this fair?
Yeah, but the others don't. The game is great. It's like 12, 13 years old or something. So if you haven't played Origins by now, I don't know what to tell you. But it's a great game. The 4th game's coming out, I think, next year. And yeah, so you don't have to play as Grey Wardens. You don't have to play ever going through that. But I think it's awesome. It does give you other abilities. You can sense where Darkspawn are. They can sense where you are. You sometimes get visions that might foreshadow things and lead to things. You're basically in tune with them. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I actually really like this system. I'm pretty excited about it. I just got to get the stunt bonus or the stunt stuff down so it goes quicker for me. But what'd you guys think?
It's a good system.
You like it, Josh?
Yeah, I like it. I think it will become a lot easier if you're playing like once a week and you have most of the crap memorized.
Yep, I agree. Now I don't know.
Especially the stunt die.
Yeah.
Like that sort of does leave it a little bit. I think it would be cool, like if you were playing a longer game, to sort of come up with some of your own, maybe like homebrew stunts. Or something like that, so that you could have, hey, here's like 2 things that my character does that maybe nobody else has access to, so it's just you, or
so
I don't know. Might be fun.
I do have Fantasy Age also, which is the same system. There's a couple things a little bit different. So for example, you get 2 different abilities that are not, I don't think they're in this one. Accuracy and fighting are added to it. So they've switched it up a little bit. Like Arcane Blast is under accuracy, obviously. Fighting, for example, has your weapons, like your hand-to-hand weapons. So that's kind of cool. But I don't know if the stunts are the same. That's the other thing I haven't figured out yet. Because I was going to say Blue Rose also uses the same system. Modern Age should have different stunts, I would think, but I don't fully know. And trying to remember like the stunt die stuff, I think can be.
I think
take a minute to get used to.
The stunt system is pretty interesting to me. It's well done. 3d6. Your odds of rolling doubles are quite good. Yeah. So your odds of having stunts are really good. I do agree with Paula that like. The fact that they're kind of generic, I feel like maybe you should have some additional ones specific to your character would be cool. But that would be easy enough to as that would be easy enough to homebrew.
Oh yeah.
I thought that would be kind of cool too if like, because like for the monsters it has preferred stunts, so like it'll list 2 of them, for example, and the idea is you're gonna go to those a lot. I think that would be cool too to have like, oh, I'm this kind of character, I want, and it gives you new stunts that aren't on these necessarily. That would be kind of cool. And some of the monsters have that. So Dark
We did kind of fall into that too.
What's that?
We did kind of fall into that too, having preferred stunts we'd use.
Yes. Yep.
Noticing that.
So there is a custom stunt for Darkspawn called Taint. So they can spend 4 stunt points to inflict the taint on you, and then you then have to roll to see if you die, or how long until you die, kind of thing. So
as I die, because I got all of the ones and doubles in that case, I'd like to inflict the taint on Marcus as I die.
But if you fail, it doesn't work.
It wasn't a failure. It was a complete success as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I really like this. I'm excited to play Blue Rose here soon. I am going to be ordering in the next couple of days the other Dragon Age book that gives you all the NPC. Well, not all. A lot of the NPCs from the video game, because I'd like to probably play this some more in the future. I just think this is a really easy system for pretty much anyone to pick up and play. So, yeah.
I really like the armor system. It reminds me a lot of Pathfinder and, being flat-footed and all that stuff.
Like the whole armor rating and stuff?
Yeah.
And being able to tweak it with stunts and stuff like that?
Yep. And how it works with the defense and how the armor actually does something, even if they hit.
Yeah, like even though none of us knew the system, like I still think it went well. I'm sure we got a bunch of stuff wrong. I don't think it matters. We all had fun. It seemed to work. We were able to tell the story that was planned. I didn't feel like we spent a lot of time looking stuff up. To me, it's good. I highly recommend this system for anybody who wants something that's pretty easy. It doesn't seem like it would get boring if you did a lot of combats because of the variety of stunts and stuff like that come up. I feel like you could do like a combat heavy campaign. You could do any like an investigation type of campaign, like whatever you want. The stunts kind of allow it, you know, to take a lot of different directions, and you know, heck, you could do no combat and still get a lot from it. So with the role playing stunts and stuff. So yeah, well, I'm glad you guys liked it. So with that, we'll end the session there. But if anyone's still watching, you want to see more of this system or similar systems, subscribe and head over to our Discord. Who knows? We might be looking for players soon for a future campaign or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is Master of the Game. I'm Juice. Game on. Oh, and check out Shiny Math Rocks. We did not plug it at all tonight.
Yes.
New dice coming eventually. We're working on it.
They're coming soon.
They're coming soon.
Check out the Etsy store.
Yeah, go to the Etsy store. It's going down soon, and once those dice are down, it's going to stay down until the next batch is ready.